Now keep it going for Max. I might have her come back here just as Michael Jackson. That would be amazing. And no, remember the time. You're going to do Billie Jean or nothing. So you guys ready for your headliner of the evening? This next gentleman I'm going to bring up here, he actually was on Amazon Prime recently, $40 till Friday. Make sure you check that out. Put your hands together for Cory Robinson.
Keep it going for the show you've seen so far, y'all. This is awesome. This is the best backyard comedy show I've been to this week. Oh my goodness, man. One more time for Max. That was excellent. Max is all energetic and married, and I'm none of that shit. This is about as far as I'm gonna go. Oh man. One more time for Kim too. That was awesome. This is also gonna be a come heavy set. Whether I'm talking about cum or the fact that I got on stage, it's still come heavy. That's my least. I forgot the first guy that came up to give him some love, the Persian dude. He looks like he could be my doctor's son. He's Iranian, my doctor's Armenian, and I suggest that if you guys have the choice, man. Them motherfuckers don't fuck around, they get right to the point. Yes, Mr. Robinson, very fat, lose weight. I was like, gee, thanks, doc. Do you recommend anything? He's like, cocaine? I was like, did you just write me a prescription for cocaine, doc? Because where's your Yelp page? Because 5 stars, motherfucker. This is awesome. Let me get one of them rugs, too. Oh, buckle up. I'm getting everybody. Oh man, I'm one of them people that's lazy. Where like I don't think I've ever bought windshield wiper fluid for my car. I just like whenever I get my oil change, I just put it in there. And if it really gets bad, I'll put like water and Windex in there. And today I didn't have Windex, so I used Fabuloso. Now I can see into the future. I was like, there's flying cars. Because if you don't know, Fabuloso is the greatest cleaning product on earth. That shit will clean a crime scene with 3 drops. Like, that is the only cleaning product sponsored by Dexter. Like, Fabuloso will cleanse your sins. That's what it is. I think that's what they put in the holy water. I don't smell. Yeah, breathe in. It's gonna be. Fabuloso. You guys have been drinking all night. I appreciate you. You're also the reason I stopped drinking this week. I went to New Orleans for vacation a few years ago, or actually it was right before the pandemic, right? Like back before everybody could travel and shit. And y'all ain't got shit on New Orleans drunk. You know what I mean? Y'all just having a good time because it's the weekend. You know what I mean? Yeah, New Orleans, there's a reason they talk like that. You know what I mean? You think it's Cajun to buy you, like, nah, that's what vodka sounds like at 7 a.m. Yeah, and you're probably not coming back. That's how much they drink out there. You're gonna be coming back. You drinking the South, boy, that's some different shit. I was getting drunk in New Orleans, man. I figured out like how I could figure out where somebody was from in the South by what gibberish they were using. Like if there's from Louisiana, they're like blah, 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 roll tide. And you hear them go blah, 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 roll tide. And they from Alabama. Hear somebody go, blah, 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 blah. We don't like your kind around here. You're in Mississippi. Close on Tennessee. Tennessee's a blah, 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 get a rope. Really? It got dark for you on that? Oh man, alcohol is fun. I had to stop when yeah, it is, obviously. I had to stop drinking when I was in college for a little bit because my friends were playing the drinking game on me. Because I have this affliction as a comedian where I get drunk off a certain type of liquor, I start to sound like a person that comes from the country my liquor came from. Give you an example. One time I was at a sushi bar with a bunch of my friends. We started doing sake bombs, getting fucked up. Next thing I knew, my black ass became Japanese. My buddy's like, hey man, you want to support me? I was like, ooh, no. Oh no, ain't no drinking no more. Shit face, fuck the ice. Mitsubishi, Nintendo, Yamaha, Kawasaki. Take my keys. Some of you guys have had that sushi special too. I gotta be careful when I drink tequila because I drank myself Mexican more times than I care to fucking remember, man. One time somebody offered me some Cuervo, I was like, get that shit out of my face, fucker. No necesito más bebidas, ese. Estoy muy borracho, carnal. Go Raiders, It's only funny because it's true. The joke is too true, man. One time I was doing that joke at a show in Echo Park. Chola came up to me, I can't believe you talking shit about the Raiders. I said, had a switchblade and everything. I was like, ah, shit. And so I just took her eyebrows off right quick. She looked so surprised, I was able to get away. I'm leaving vodka alone, I might invade Ukraine. Fucking hate Smirnoff, man. I can't even take the smell. Last time I had that shit, I felt like I was in Grand Theft Auto 4. It's like, you want another shot? I'm like, no, my comrade, I'm good. I don't smoke. No, call me cab. I don't longer want to drink no more. This is bullshit. No one that's ever looked like this, sound like this. What the fuck? I believe this is hate crime in Russia. In communist Russia, crime hates you. We're gonna have some video game jokes in a minute. I'm sure you're familiar with the term white boy wasted. That's me with way too much Coors Light in my fucking system. And one time I was at a party in Santa Cruz, California. My buddy is a surfer up there, all his friends are surfers. I started drinking with them. I became a surfer myself. He's like, hey man, you want a silver bullet? I'm like, ah, fuck nah, dude. Fucking hammered, child. Dude, somebody take my shoes off. I'm about to pass out. That's a party foul. Don't do that shit anymore. Fuck that. Last time I got drunk in Santa Cruz, you fuckers drew a cock on my face with white out, you sons of bitches. If you're just now getting the white out part of that joke, you're more racist than you thought. I appreciate your sense of humor. I'll tell you one more alcoholic beverage I'm never, ever, ever drinking again for political reasons alone. It's called Four Loko. Everybody under 30 had a flashback. If you've never heard of Four Loko, congratulations, you're living a good life. Keep it up. Four Loko is a combination of malt liquor and energy drink. Yeah, it's like Coke 45 cut with Red Bull. I like to call it a liquid felony. Because you drink 3 of them bitches, you black out, you wake up next to a Raiders fan in a holding cell, don't know what the fuck you just did. What happened to your eyebrows? Anyway. I went to school for marketing. I studied the campaign. I am 100% convinced that Four Loko was created by the U.S. government to keep the black man down. I'm certain of this conspiracy. I've done the research. As far as beer is concerned, Four Loko is twice the size, it's twice as potent, it's half the price, it tastes like Kool-Aid and fucking crack, okay? Still don't believe it's targeted for my people. Look at the flavors it comes in. Blue raspberry, fruit punch, grape, and I shit you not, watermelon. You motherfuckers. That shit was any more targeted for black people, each one would come to coupon for Popeye's chicken and Sporting Ways right there in the goddamn can.
Fuck that.
Racist. Shit. I bought a Four Loko just to see what it tastes like. Every sip of that shit made me want to make poor fucking life decisions. And my Four Loko was like, yeah, pick up a starter can. I'm gonna rob that liquor store across the street. I'm gonna put 40-inch rims on this Toyota Camry. It sounded like 3 jokes back. Like, that's a good idea. Oh, yeah, I broke my toe recently, as you can probably tell by me limping up here. I broke my toe doing jujitsu, and I can tell by that temporary bit of disbelief that's probably why I injured myself. My buddy owns this fight gym. He's also a comic. He's like, come on down. I really enjoyed it. So I've been doing like mixed martial arts and jiu-jitsu and shit. I'm fat. And eventually it's going to catch up with me. And at some point, I'm wrestling around with this dude. I'm 265. This dude's 255. And at some point, I realized about 500 pounds is on my toe right now. And my toe was like, nigga, really? And before I could even feel the pain, everything went in slow motion. It felt like a sitcom, like the record is scratched. That's me. You probably wonder how I got like this. It's a funny story, really. I'm still going down. I'm just regretting shit. I'm just like, you are 38 years old. What the fuck are you doing? This is a young man's sport. Just get a gun. What the fuck is wrong with you? Who are you choking out at 40, you dumb piece of shit? Ah, God. And I think that's another way of like life. Like I hurt myself exercising, so I think that's God trying to give me a sign. Hey man, chill out. Have a hot dog. You've done enough.
All right.
And I am. So talked about drinking, pick up the phone. I talked about drinking, but my drug of choice is marijuana. I love weed. Weed is awesome. I don't really even have a joke for it. I just like telling large groups of people that I like to smoke weed. I believe that marijuana should be legal and in some cases absolutely mandatory. That's right. We live in the United States of America. We have 5% of the world's population, 25% of the world's prison population. We got a lot of violent people here for whatever reason. I think we should be prescribing them the strongest strain of marijuana we got, so they have the energy to get any shit when they get out of jail. Who's with me? I live in South Central on the corner of Crip and MS-13. I know that for a fact. They wrote it on my house. In fact, you know you live in a bad neighborhood when you go to the grocery store in the middle of the night and there's a little girl out front selling Girl Scout cookies for $15 a gram. I think we made it far as a society. We got gangbangers from that neighborhood being like, hey man, ain't that the Bloods over there? Oh shit, ain't they Jack in the Box? We had another fucking drive-through. That's how peace begins. You know what I mean? That's what I love about weed. It's like you know what you ain't gonna do. If it involves anything outside the perimeter of my Xbox and my bong, it's not getting fucking done. I'll tell you that right now. I remember they used to lie to me about weed in school. They used to say the old lie they used to have is that if you smoke weed, it'll make you uncontrollably violent.
That's not true.
Exactly. Completely. I was in the 6th grade. I hadn't smoked weed yet, but I got older cousins and shit. I was like, they're sleeping. Uncontrollably violent. That involves getting up and doing shit, right? I don't believe you, Teach. I don't believe you. You show me some dude in his boxer shorts with a bag of Cheetos in one hand, bag of weed in the other. That somebody's not committing any violent crimes for anyone for 2 to 4 hours. You feel me? That dude is only a danger to junk food. That is it. That motherfucker will murder a Taco Bell. That is all you gotta worry about. And then shoot up the bathroom. That's the only violence is going down. This dude is gonna massacre Call of Duty and call it a night. All peace. No one has gotten hurt outside of what's on my Xbox. You know what I mean? A lot of old people got the wrong idea about weed. One of my mom's older friends, old conservative lady, she's like, you don't understand, marijuana is dangerous. One of my son's friends almost died on marijuana. I was like, oh my God, did he fall off the couch? Did he choke on a Cheeto? How the fuck is that possible, lady? I hate the fact that it's hard to get a good job if you smoke weed. I really hate when you got a bad job and they still want to drug test your ass. If you make less than $15 an hour, you should be encouraged to smoke weed so you don't see how bad your finances are doing. That shit should come with my medical insurance. Remember when I was in college, I had a shitty job for like 2.5 years. I had to be at work at 6:30 in the morning. And 6:30 in the morning, I'm not a morning person, my eyes are gonna be red. But I was high most of the time. And coming to work one day, my boss can smell it on me. He's just like, Cory, are you high? And I'm like, bro, let me explain something to you. I'm 26 years old, I'm still in college, and I work at a coffee shop. Of course I'm high, what the fuck do you think? Everybody that works here is high. I buy my weed from the barista, you know? My job is to swipe credit cards, pour lattes, and listen to Michael Bolton for 6 hours straight on a loop. You think I'm gonna do that shit sober for real? I'm in here every day in a wonderful mood. The customers love me. My drawer's never off, and I haven't blown this bitch up yet. For that reason alone, you should buy me a sack. Smoke me out, for real. I got 5 and not blowing up a Pete's Coffee today. Who's with me? You know? And he tried to get smart with me. He's like, Cory, you do know this is a smoke-free facility, don't you? I'm like, yeah, that's why I got high in my car on the drive over here. Come on, man. 25 feet from the building. The sign's right there. I love the fact that weed doesn't really have side effects. Happy, hungry, sleepy. That's how I try to spend every weekend. You know what I mean? Throwing horny, you had a great 48 hours. You know, I hate the fact that there's drugs out there where the side effects are way worse than the shit you came to cure in the first place, man. I remember one that I saw a while ago, and it's been recently brought to my attention that it's still out there. I thought they just pulled it from the shelves. It's called Flomax. It's for older gentlemen with a large prostates, have trouble peeing. Side effects of this drug are runny nose, dizziness, and decrease in semen. As soon as I heard those side effects, I was like, dear God, please don't let these symptoms be related. Because if I got a decrease in semen, where'd this runny nose come from all of a sudden? That's what I think it is. No wonder I'm fucking dizzy. Jesus. I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure if you rerouted my nuts to my nose, I might be the slightest bit lightheaded. You feel me? It's really easy to tell the guys on Flomax too. Every time they sneeze, they have an orgasm. Achoo! Yes, Jesus. Woo! Ow! I love the springtime. Just skipping down the street, picking up stray cats and dandelions. There's a public service announcement about weed to you good people here in Long Beach. If you're a normal citizen and you drive around late at night on the freeway in a Ford Crown Victoria or Explorer, you're an asshole. And you have no idea how much money you cost us when you throw a weed out the window thinking you're the police. I hate that bullshit. Supposed to get arrested for impersonating a police officer and take your fucking drugs. I love the fact we got weed stores. It's fucking awesome. You know, I can't wait for the weed stores to get to more mainstream stores like Costco. Free samples, number one. But then you never leave the fucking the mattress section to be fucked up. Costco have people laid out. So free samples, number one. Number two, I can finally get my marijuana in the quantity that I require. You know what I mean? Bring it in, fellas. Beep, 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 beep. Yep. Man, you got way ahead of me, man. Kirkland brand edibles. This shit's amazing and it's $10 off. Okay, let me do the recitation here. First time I went to a cannabis club, I felt like I was a kid in a candy store. And I was high at the time, so I felt like I was a Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory. Right? Dude behind the counter was really short, had a bad tan, thought he was Oompa Loompa, could have just been Filipino. And because I was high, everything he said sounded like he was singing it to me. He hops up on the counter, if you like to smoke cannabis, we have several ways to do it. Make yourself a cake and chew it, or twist up a J. There's nothing to it. And he really did the jazz hands, so I'm leaving it up here like this. I was like, I will take 2 bags of that shit, Spirit Fingers, hook it up. Yeah, second verse. Okay, come right up. Oompa, loompa, doopity doo. I have a bag of chronic for you. At the cannabis club, you all know that weed has titles, Great Day, Purple Urkel. The shit I actually ended up buying was called Willy Wonka, right? I took it home, rolled it up, smoked it. 15 minutes later, I'm licking the fucking wallpaper off my house. My girl at the time walks in, she's like, hey, bitch, the fuck is wrong with you? I'm over there just like, yo, the snozberries taste like snozberries. Then she took a hit and got all big and blue. We had to go to the ER. That was weird. Kirkland brand edibles. I'm gonna remember that shit. Because I'm an edible guy. That is awesome, obviously. I can eat my drugs. Fucking sign me up. But the crazy thing about edibles is they're much different from smoking weed. It takes about an hour or two for them to kick in, so plan your day accordingly. Worst thing you can do is eat some edibles, forget all about them. Next thing you know, you're in a PTA meeting. Oh no. Mr. Robinson, your son's having trouble paying attention in class, huh? Never mind, it must be hereditary. Okay, we'll just... Oh, man. And there's little pitfalls to do. Whatever you do with your edibles, do not use your edibles to cure the munchies. You'll end up in what I like to call the marijuana infinity cycle. That's when you eat a brownie, get high, get the munchies, so you eat a brownie, get high, get the munchies, so you eat a brownie, get high, get the munchies, so you eat a brownie, get high, and then it's Friday. I lost all of April 2020 to that process. I like to make my own edibles, man. Me and my girl at the time were making we had our own little that was our project during the pandemic, you know. It was like a baked goods, you know, or baked goods. She would make like a cake, and I'll make the weed butter, and we were really good at our job, and I'm too good at my job because I made the butter way too strong. One time we made a plate of brownies, went to sleep, woke up the next morning, had a trail of ants passed out on the kitchen counter. I was like, this shit works better than rain, you know? All we gotta do is take a crumb, drop it into the anthill, wait Wait till we hear Martin, and then we're good to go. Man, you guys are fun, except when you're done laughing. You know, come on, we're on the clock, bro. Oh man, this is interesting. I'm a big gamer. I love video games. My ex hated that shit. My Xbox is still there. Who won that battle, huh? No, there was all kind of deep-seated root issues, but I'm just gonna say it was video games. But like, I even tried to get her into video games. You know what I mean? Like, cause I'm a big gamer and shit. Like, I love video games ever since I was a little kid. Like, anybody have a Nintendo growing up? Just a regular Nintendo? Yeah. I'm not even talking Super Nintendo. I'm not talking Nintendo 64. Regular ass, brick ass Nintendo. You know? That's what I'm talking about. The OGs in here. First video game system to ever have a side effect. Hyperventilation. Yeah, Atari. Okay, you a dinosaur. Got you. I was a step up. I was a Paleolithic in it. First video game system ever have a side effect. Hyperventilation. Anytime you want to play a sight bike, 2 hours this shit. By the time you got that shit working, YouTube isn't to play. You know what I mean? Now I got an Xbox One S, and I got a Series X, and I got a, however they fucking say that shit, it's confusing. I got a PC, gaming PC, I love that shit, it's super realistic. It's like high to realism, high to technology, hook it up to the internet, play racist kids all over the planet, it's a great time. I learned some slurs, I'm not gonna say them today because I'm gonna work in this town. But man, it's crazy. But the games are so realistic, they're not even fun anymore. It's too much like real life. Like, I got the new Madden for this year. I'm halfway through my season. My running back's out with a fucking drug charge. And offensive lineman tested positive for steroids. Quarterback got a bunch of weird massages. I don't really know when he's going to come out. You know what's fun for me as a comedian? Every year I just wait for training camp, wait for the headlines to come out, and change the joke around. The NFL never lets me down, man. NFL should stand for need to find a lawyer. You know what I mean? Negroes fight litigation. Oh man. Big game I'm playing now is Elden Ring. It's taking over my life, me and this small white person. I'm just messing with you. You just look like the type to play. We both look like the type to play video games. And I'm gonna get your gamer tag after the show. But Elden Ring is hella fun. It's an RPG, and it's like really taking over the world. It's like crossed over a lot of things, and like I've learned that jocks and nerds are pretty much the same shit. It's just like you just act like you're better than somebody else. Like you might have played football or basketball, but you look up to your heroes. You keep up with the stats. You play fantasy games and shit. You do the same thing, you know what I mean? And now it's weird because the jocks are playing the role-playing games. They're doing the Dungeons and Dragons and shit. So I got hood niggas playing Elden Ring with me, and it's just like, all right, nigga, here's how it goes. Like, listen, you gotta take down the fell omen, right? And then you gotta get like 6 of these poison darts, and you gotta give them to the wizard, right? And that way he's gonna give you the death root, so you can get over to the next level, right? You can teleport over to the Altus Plateau, and like I'm sick of this shit, nigga. I'm trying to level up, man. My dexterity's only 17. That was only funny to me, but that works. Like the guys are like, that's kind of dope. And the women, I can hear vaginas drying up in the room. That's just how it works. That's just how it works, bro. They're never gonna like the shit we like. Video games to them is like purses to us. We don't give a fuck. No, this is $10,000 and it's cushion loops. I don't give a fuck. It's a bag. I understand. I mean, I don't understand, but I get it. You know? So I tried to get it to cross over. I wanted to do something we could do together, you know what I mean? I was trying all different games. I tried racing games, tried fighting games, and that was bullshit because it was just like your little sister, just kept doing the kick button over again. And tried sports games, she didn't like that. Tried role-playing games, didn't like that. But I did find one type of game that she actually liked, and it's called Overcooked. Yeah, Overcooked is a really fun, teamwork-oriented game where you guys work in the kitchen, you gotta work together, you gotta prep the ingredients, make the thing, get it out in time, and keep doing that and try and get the highest score. And that was fun to play with her, but then I started thinking to myself, I play video games for the fantasy aspect of it. Like, I play video games so I can be like LeBron James or a space alien or a wizard or a warrior. And you want to cook? The kitchen's right there in 4K. You can do it. You can bring me a sandwich. I'll give you the high score right here. Like, she hates that joke, so I love it. Appreciate you. Oh man, as you can tell, I'm newly single. Free! I had a great time with my girl. Like, me and my girl were together for 5 years, and then the pandemic happened, and we were together for 25 years, okay? We had enough. It was like Inception. It was like we just had concentrate. Like, we lived together, but now we live together. You know what I mean? Show program, 24-hour lockdown. Show my feet while I do push-ups. Like, that's how close we got during the pandemic, and then we split, and I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'm back out here in these streets. And yikes. Oh man, I'm back online dating. I fucking hate that shit. It's awful. It's crazy because everybody acts like they don't want to admit to online dating. That stigma still exists. You know what I mean? I remember I was doing a show in Hollywood, and there was this gorgeous couple sitting up front, like surgically gorgeous with the Botox and shit. Like, couldn't really tell if they're having a good time. Like, these words. Couldn't tell their age. Couldn't tell if they were 20 or 200. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you can recycle their forehead. Anyway, I'm looking at this couple and man, you guys are gorgeous, man. Did you guys meet in real life? Did like two people hook you up? Or was it like, J-Date, Plenty of Fish? Dude looks at this girl, looks at me, he's like, dude, that's my cousin. I'm like, oh, farmers only. Okay, I got you. I was wondering how that worked. Oh man, I know everybody's still afraid of getting catfish and shit like that. I understand, that happened to me one time. In fact, I came up with a different term because I didn't quite get catfish. The girl I went on this date with looked exactly like a profile picture, but I realized she was taking a picture from the perfect angle. Yeah, because you ladies have this online trick photography that I like to call the iceberg pose. That's because all your selfies come from way up here. And I call it the iceberg pose because much like an iceberg, 85% of your mass has been cropped out of this goddamn picture. It all lies below the surface. And I'm a big dude. I ain't body shaming nobody, but I met this chick in person and she was twice the person I was expecting to meet. You know what I mean? I didn't get catfish. I got Moby Dick on that particular occasion. You know?
Fake ass fucking people.
Call her Ishmael. She's been through the same shit. She probably got hatfish, didn't she? It was like, you had a hat on, it's this, oh, it's Paul! I had that problem. Alright, gotta get up out of here real quick. But a couple things before I get up out of here. Since I've been back in online dating, no real easy way to get into this. I had to manscape for the first time in a while. Fellas, any of y'all manscaping out there? Yeah, just got girlfriends with just like that. Just hairballs all over your bedroom. Is that what you're trying to say?
Rolling around here, baby group.
Okay, that is TMI, but thank you for sharing, my dear. This joke is going in a different direction. Had to call the landscaping people for that. The Mexicans like, nah, there's some jobs we ain't gonna do. But yeah, I found out the hard way that manscaping is a lot like playing Operation on yourself. Remember Operation, guys? Like when you're a kid, that game where you use the tongs and you try not to touch the except the is your balls. That's manscaping and Operation. The stakes are much higher, much higher. There's a dip on this. All right, last thing I'm gonna say before I get up out of here, tell you about the best thing I saw during the pandemic. It was actually a great moment in Black history for me and my family. It happened on January 6th, Capitol Insurrection. Oh, that was a great day of TV for me. I I was getting alerts on my phone. I left work early. I was watching CNN for 7 hours straight with my dick out, y'all. That shit was amazing. I can't speak for everybody, but I'll tell you this much. It did my heart some good to see all those spoiled, rotten white people have a full-fledged nigga moment on national television. Me and my girlfriend just sitting on the couch eating popcorn, judging the fuck out of y'all. Just, Look at these savages destroying their own community. I blame the schools. She's like, you know, it's probably all that violent country music they listen to. That's what it is. You're right, damn it. I'm gonna contact my congressman. There's no need for this bullshit. Oh shit, there goes my congressman running for his life. Here's how big a deal that shit was. My dad called me up. My dad's 70 years old, born in Louisiana. He's like, Cory, turn the CNN, look. I was like, I'm already recording it, Pop. He's like, look, they smearing shit on the walls. I'm watching, Dad, I'm watching it. Like, if they have the nerve to call us monkeys, Sandra, get the camera, come on, look at this. All right, y'all, we have fun tonight. I gotta give the show back to you. Follow me on Instagram at Cory Showtime. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Y'all keep it going for Cory. I got a giant bag of shit. Normally, for those of you that are new, we like